Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Time to march in place. We're going to walk in place. Set your Fitbit or your Apple Watch or whatever device you may have. Get it set up right now, and we're going to get started. In 3, 2, and march. Here we go. This is it. I get to march with you, and I want to make sure that I get to cue you along the way, okay? So while you're marching in place, the most important thing you can do for yourself is pump these arms, okay? If you want to get more exaggerated, that is totally fine. You're just going to burn more calories, okay? Having a conversation while you're marching in place can actually be a little more exertive. That'll get your heart rate up just a little more. But remember, when we're just marching in place, we don't want necessarily the heart rate to be very high. So if you happen to be wearing a watch that or something that tells your heart rate, if you're in the 140, 150 just from marching, you want to slow it down, okay? Otherwise, we're moving along. The other thing I want to point out here while we're still moving is, if you can kind of see there, I'm rolling off from heel to toe, toe to heel, okay? Driving the knees straight up out front, not out to the side, okay? If you feel like you might be doing this, get those knees back in line, right in front of you. There's a reason soldiers walk and march the way they do, okay? It's proper anatomical positions. The body works the best that way. And that's what we're going to work on here. So sometimes I have clients who actually have really tight lateral muscles. And so they have to mentally, a little bit, slight couple millimeters, turn those knees in, okay? So just to let you know, we're about 1.5 minutes in. We're going to go 5 minutes together. All right. Still marching in place, keeping everything going. You don't want it to be a loud step either. Pitter patter, maybe nice and quiet, but you want your muscles doing the work, not your joints, okay? And whenever you hear somebody clomping on the floor, their joints are taking the brunt, not their muscles. So the old cue that I used to give people, move like there's a sleeping baby in the house, is a really good one for all of us. Doesn't mean we need to move slow, but it means we need to move purposefully so that our muscles are doing the work and not the joints, okay? So with that said, we're almost at 2.5 minutes, and that's halfway there, okay? So the other thing you can think about is, are you very slouched? I tend to want to contract the abs a little, so you might see me a little more in, but you can also be nice and tall. Shoulders back, chest up, pumping those arms. Okay? If you're wearing an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, you can use this one, if it's your first one, to benchmark yourself and kind of guide from there. So that's another subject for another day. We are at 3 minutes, so we have 2 more minutes to go. And I want you to keep on going, keep on moving. And if you choose to not do this with me, you could still set the timer and stand in front of the TV. You could use an iPad or a Kindle and read a book on large print. You can do all kinds of things while you're doing this. You can have conversations. You could even go marching around your house. Okay, you'll be amazed at quite how fast it goes. And I've done that a few times myself at my home, and I actually like to use that time to just think and wonder, let my mind wander. We're always complaining that we can't meditate or be calm or let the thoughts go from our head because we have so many. That's a perfect time to let the thoughts just come in and do whatever they're going to do, okay? So many ways you can find a positive way to get through these 5-minute walks or whichever 5-minute versions you're doing, okay? We're at 4 minutes, so you have 1 more minute to go, okay? So remember, on purpose marching, heel to toe, toe to heel, rolling right off that toe, coming down on the ball of the foot, and rolling back to the heel. Not really pressing through my heel purposefully all the way down. I can feel it touch a little. 45 seconds, here we go. We got this. You're doing so good. Keep it moving, and it doesn't matter if you're down to this level right here, okay? You'll notice I'm kind of moderate. You could be like this, and this is almost into a run, but it's actually a march because I've always got 1 foot on the floor. A run would mean that you actually, at some point in the cycle of running, have both feet off the floor. 15 seconds. All right. Come on, keep going. Move those arms. Remember to write down your benchmarks if your Apple Watch or Fitbit doesn't save it for you. 3, 2, and you did it. Good job.